Welcome back. The time is now 9:45. Oscar-winning director and actor Warren Beatty is back on the big screen with a new film. It's called Rules Don't Apply. It's a project he's been working on for decades now and recently brought it to Atlanta for a preview screening. Good Day Atlanta's Paul Milliken got the chance to sit down with Beatty and his co-stars during their stop in Georgia.
You said you wanted the girl with the two M's.
That's not her. That's Marla Mabry.
Rules Don't Apply marks the long-awaited return of Warren Beatty.
Did it occur to you that maybe the one that I wanted with the two M's was not on the payroll?
You met Marilyn Monroe?
The screen legend stars as reclusive billionaire Howard Hughes, a role he's been eyeing for decades.
I was always amused by Howard Hughes. I always thought the potentially very good comedic situations would come up, and there was a lot of sadness in his situation. The great asset and also the burden of enormous inherited wealth.
But Beatty is quick to point out Rules Don't Apply isn't a biopic. Hughes is just part of a larger story about the changing of sexual politics in America.
I do think that in the late 1950s there was a strong rise in feminism that is very fortunate and very important, which pretty much led to what we now refer to as the sexual revolution of the 1960s.
That idea is personified by the character of Marla Mabry. Lily Collins plays the aspiring actress who arrives in Hollywood a naive Southern Baptist and soon falls in love with her driver, played by Alden Ehrenreich.
So you're gonna fly to Washington?
I will not be flying. Thank you for asking.
Both young actors call working with Beatty life-changing.
But I mainly just asked Warren questions over and over again because he was around and he was kind of the biggest mentor on set anyway.
I think he's more hands-on than anyone else I've ever worked with. He is really involved in every detail from design to acting to every single piece of the film.
That makes sense because Beatty not only acted in the movie, he wrote, directed, and produced it. In fact, it's his first film as director since 1998's Bulworth.
He has this really admirable commitment to making everything exactly the best it can be.
But it's Beatty's performance in front of the camera that's gaining the most buzz.
This plane will fly. If it were to be a failure, I would leave this country and never come back, and I mean it.
As one legendary Hollywood figure disappears into the mysterious persona of another.
I never can quite crack Howard Hughes. I just don't ever feel like I quite get a grasp on who he was. So how did you? I mean, how do you get into it?
I would say that then he succeeded.
Yeah?
With you.
Yeah.
Because you could never see him.
Yeah.
And that was possible in those days. You could see it with Greta Garbo or various people.
Yeah.
The mystery was guarded and the narcissism protected, to be seen only the way you want to be seen.
In Atlanta, Paul Milliken, Good Day Atlanta.
Definitely want to see that. Looks like a good movie. Rules Don't Apply also features performances from Alec Baldwin, Matthew Broderick, Martin Sheen, and Annette Bening, who is married to Beatty in real life. That film is in theaters nationwide now.